And then once I'm in my project, you'll see that I can actually start my paper here, and it'll link out. If I would like to, I can do that, and I could rename my paper here if I wanted to. The other option, I'm not going to go into it very specific with you today, but there's a place in here to put note cards if you would like to put note cards and create an outline. And it's not difficult to use if you'd like to use that for note taking. But what I'm going to talk to you about today is sources. So we go ahead and open up sources, and you can see that I'm in my summer EE project, and I'm ready to include sources now. And the reason I want to open this up is a lot of our databases actually link right out to this. So if I open up NoodleTools first, it'll just link right out. And then if I go back class link, and I open up Badger link, the student I was working with this morning couldn't get to Badger link from home. Sometimes it doesn't work with certain service providers, but I'll go through it very quickly with you. And I can just go to all resources, and I can choose the Academic Search Premier, which is the first database, and I can go to choose databases, and I can search all of the databases at once. So you can see I have all these different databases. I have databases on education, on health. When you go to college, a lot of them are using EBSCOhost. It's a part of Yale, and so if you know how to use this, it just makes searching much easier for you. Does anyone have a topic that they would like to share, that they would like me to do a little research on this morning? Does anybody have an idea of a topic that they'd like to share with us? Dust Bowl. Okay. So Alex has got the Dust Bowl. So and you'll notice that things are coming up for me, and I could do Dust Bowl and migration, Dust Bowl era, Dust Bowl and the Great Depression. Alex, do you prefer any of those specifically? Comments there. Migration, okay. So I'm going to go back. Okay, and you can see I have articles here. You'll notice that some of these are not full text, like this one is not. If it's a full text article, underneath the article, it'll actually say HTML or PDF full text. You can see that I have some books. So I could go over here on the side, and I could choose that I just want academic journals. I could say I just want full text. If I find an article here, though, that's like this first one, that isn't full text, all you'd have to do is send this information to me, and I could get it for you full text from another source, and I can email that to you. But right now, I'm just going to choose a full text article. I see nothing here that's really interesting. Okay. Alex, I don't see anything there that's really great, but I'm going to show you guys how to cite this just in case. So I can click on go to PDF full text. And you'll notice on the right-hand side here, I can choose to save this to my Google Drive. I can print it if I really wanted to print it. And I can cite it. And when I click on Cite, I have a choice of exporting to a bibliographic management software. Right here, it does not have NoodleTools. So I'm going to go and I'm going to choose MLA. I'm going to copy that information. And I'm going to notice that this is a journal. So if I go back to NoodleTools, I click on New Source. I choose that it is from a database and that it's a journal on a database. It's a database database because I found it in Badgerlink and it was a journal article. And then instead of having to fill in all of this information, I just do the quick site up here. And then I save. Okay, and then this would be my citation right here in NoodleTools. When I'm all finished and I have all of my research, I can go up here at the top and I can print and export to Word. I can export it to Google. On the side here, I have the option of editing this or deleting it, but it also gives me the choice for an in-text citation. So if I take a direct quote from this article and I click on in-text citation, it tells me how to do an in-text citation for that site. Okay, so that's how you use Badgerlink. That was very fast. I'm going to show you two more databases that'll link directly. The next one I'm going to show you is JSTOR. And on this is Violin's webpage, she has all the library links. I'll have the passwords. I go over here and I go to log in. And I can use JSTOR without logging in, but it won't give me all the full text articles. So the username is West Green Bay and the password is Stalwart, and that is on your Google Classroom with the list of all the passwords. Okay, and now you can see that I'm logged in as West High School. I'll do RESTful migration. Okay, and you can see that I have articles here. And once again, on the right-hand side, I can download the PDF, I can save it, and I can cite this article. So to cite in JSTOR, I just click on Cite This Article, and I export to NoodleTools. I import the references on the bottom here, and then I can X out of this tab, and I go back to my NoodleTools and I refresh, and it's there for me. So that's how easy it is to cite from JSTOR. And you can see that I can just go right to these articles, and the whole thing will be there. As Ms. Beelan said, watch your dates. So this is a history topic. So it says it's from a magazine called California History, and it's from 1989. Depending upon your topic and your subject area, this might be an okay one, but maybe you have to have something from the 2000s. I think when you're in something with history, this might be okay, but definitely if you're in the sciences, you want a more recent article. Okay. Then the last thing I'm going to show you is how to, from a Google search, how to okay, now whenever we Google something, we want to be careful that we are getting a definitive source, that we're not just getting Mr. Smith's opinion from his basement, that it's a good source. This first one, it says that it comes from University of California, Davis, EDU. So we'll take a peek at that one. Okay. It looks like it might be a good thing because it's UC Davis, but I don't know. I'm not really seeing a lot going on here that makes me feel confident about it. I'm not seeing that they referenced anything where they got their information from. I'm not seeing an author, so not crazy about that. So let's just take a peek down here a little bit more. from what? Oh, here's one from the National Institute of Health. It's talking about migration. It's probably talking about the health of the migration, but so this would be a definitive source. I can tell this is a definitive source because it has an abstract. It's gonna have references. It has this is peer reviewed. People have made sure that the author knows what they're talking about. It's not just somebody in their basement making up a bunch of stuff. So if I wanted to cite this, a lot of web pages will have the citation on the bottom. This one is right over here. I just click on citation. Remember, I want to choose MLA. So I can just copy that. I go back to my NoodleTools. And once again, I do new source. It's from a website, but it's a journal. I can just do the quick citation. And there it is. Okay. We also have I'm going to show you one other thing we have that's really good and really easy to use. We have all of these scale products. And for Alex, I'm going to do the United States history and context because it's a history topic. Accessible, and you'll see that it breaks it down for you, and it has primary sources. So if you're doing a history topic, this would be a really good thing to use. It has history sources. You can see over here as biographies. If it has an academic, it has magazines, and here's some academic journals. So, Alex, I don't know that any of these are going to be helpful to you, but you get an overview. If I want to cite something from Gale, I go to the article once again. In Gale, you can listen to the article. It has a choice to listen. I can save it to my Google Drive. I can print it. And if I want to cite it, I just go up here on the top. I click on Cite. And it has a link to NoodleTools. So I just click on NoodleTools. I import the references. I X out of that tab. I go to my other NoodleTools and I refresh my page. And it cited it for me. So real easy to use. You don't have to use NoodleTools, but you can see that it actually links out with a lot of our databases. So it's just, it's really nice to use. It does have that note taking feature. You can link it to your page. You guys, I know that was really a lot of me talking and it's pretty boring. But I really like it if you would reach out to me and let me know what your topics are, and I can help steer you to find some resources, and I can help you find resources. And if you need help with any of those individual steps of how to cite something or how to use an individual database, I'm happy to help you. I'm here for you to help you. Does anyone have any questions?
It was good information. Hopefully you guys paid a little bit of attention.
Yeah, it's a lot of talking, but it's out there. There's a lot of good stuff out there, and there's nothing wrong with Googling. I love Googling. I Google. Just make sure that you're finding really good stuff. And if you're not sure if your stuff is good, ask your advisor. Ask me, and I can say, hey, that's a good source, or hey, that one's not so much.
Do you guys have anything else that you need from us for the rest of the instructional part? Okay, I will keep this